Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Groesville Township Board of Trustees Business Meeting, March 23rd. We'll start with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. All right, we have some deletions, we have some adds, and we are going to do these individually. Number one, to delete action item number 6.
So move.
Second.
Okay, that would be to delete township landscape and maintenance contract. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed. Okay, number 1 deleted. Sorry, but I want to make sure. Okay. Hold on. I'm sorry. I've got to knock these off as we do them. All right. Next one, delete action item number 7, approve contract sewer televising and cleaning.
So move.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Okay, number 7 is also off. Thank you. Okay, we're going to add action item number 9, resolution of support legislatively directed spending request.
So move.
Second.
Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. So that will be number, that'll be number,
Number 9.
yeah, number 9. Let me, I'm just gonna circle it, we'll be good. Add action item number 10, approval of emergency repair 9251 Grow.
So move.
Second.
Go ahead, sir.
Where's that at? I'm sorry.
Number 4. Number
It's-
4,
it's
add action item number 10.
Addition number 4, action item number 10.
It's action item number 10. They're asking to add, and it's on number 4 for the addition. We good? Anything? Any questions or concerns? All right, to add that action item, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay? Okay, action item number 10 carried. Put that as number 4. So, and number 10. All right. Is there anything else? Does anybody have anything to delete or add?
I'm sorry. Somebody else going? I didn't want to interrupt.
No, go ahead. If you have something.
It looks like number 5.
Number 5, reappointment of commissions, committee members.
Can we move that to action?
Reappointment of committee. Okay, that would be then number 11, I believe.
Not 10?
No, that'd be number 11 I got. Is that correct, Brian? If we add 5. Yeah, it becomes 11. So number 5 of the consent becomes 11 of action. Are we good with that? We don't need to vote on that if you request it. Mark, I just put it on.
Thank you.
Okay, now, go ahead. You got something?
No, I think I won't.
You can hold off? Okay.
Can I ask a question before we get through? Regarding the consent agenda.
Sure.
So I know this is a little bit of a hot button at the moment. Are there any check registers or invoices that we need to discuss in an action item before we move forward and approve this as a consent agenda item?
I don't have any. No, I would,
Okay, apparently not. Then I just want to make sure before we
Yeah.
move forward and have a problem later.
okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right,
Nope,
now
good.
what I do need,
I would like to, I think I would like to put yo and yo engagement letter as a, action item also.
12.
number 7 becomes number 12. All right, let me follow these through. All right. Then I will need a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
So move.
Second.
Okay, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Okay, motion carried. It's approved. All right. Tonight we have no presentations. And Brian, do we have any emails? We'll get those out of the way if we have one.
Yes, I do have one. Let me just make sure I only have one before I move.
Well, we do that first, and if the public has anything, we'll go to them.
Okay, so I have one. Mary Brejnahan, Bellevue. I've lived on Grosse Ile since I was 14 years old. I am now 67. I was always proud to live on Grosse Ile due to its beauty of nature and loving community. In the last 3 or 4 years, I have had time, due to my retirement from teaching, to view township meetings and give my more educated opinion on matters. Sometimes opinions can be twisted in text with no voice, but that is the way we live today. I am commenting tonight because my view of the township meetings in the last few months has been disturbing. Township board members arguing with each other and being outright rude. It has truly been embarrassing for this community to watch this happen. This is not the only reason for my comment tonight. Many residents view Grosse Ile Now for community events and news. I was looking at Grosse Ile Now over the weekend, and a resident was asking about the estimated cost household for the police millage. I was just viewing comments, and a trustee was overly defending the police millage. I didn't feel that was right, so I began typing a sarcastic comment. My heart was not in it, so I sent it by mistake, but immediately deleted it. When I went back to the post, I saw a screenshot of my comment with a reply. It greatly upset me. I questioned this trustee and got a very abusive reply back to me. I know I'm discussing social media, but the character that each board member presents to the public should be important. They are representing this community. Nobody in this community should be abused by a board member in an attempt to ruin their reputation. Opinions can be debatable in a civilized manner. It is quite upsetting to have lived in a community for over 50 years and your opinion is suddenly turned into an attack on your reputation. Please have more dignity for the people you represent. And that is all I have.
All right, thank you, sir. I have a question before we ask the audience. I know we've already passed the making the agenda. Derek, on the legislatively directed spending request, we have 2 resolutions, correct?
That is correct, yes.
Okay, what part then, for the beginning of what we're requesting, do I need to, I'm not gonna read the resolutions itself, we all got those, if they have the time to read them beforehand. So, because there's no beginning part, I'm just asking that the township board pass both resolutions?
Yeah, Brian and I had talked before the meeting about whether one motion would be sufficient to be able to endorse both resolutions, and I don't think you had any issue with that. Brian, is that accurate?
Right, that's correct.
Okay,
so
that's where I'm going.
it would simply be the Grosse Ile Township Board hereby approves the following resolutions as submitted, or
Right, I would assume if someone had a disagreement with one of them, they would probably have a disagreement with both of them, so.
Okay. Okay, then, that's exactly what I was wondering. Thank you for clearing that up so I knew to read it correctly. All right, thanks, guys. All right, next what we're going to do, is there anybody from the public that would like to say anything? I can't see past them. Are we good? Anybody good? Nobody? All right. That'll be it for the public comment. Kevin, why don't you start the consent agenda?
Good afternoon, good evening. Let's see.
Okay.
I recommend that the board approve the consent agenda 25-112, which includes the minutes of the March 9th, 2026 regular meeting, Township Board of Trustees, March 9th, 2026 minutes, the number 2 check and invoice register dated through March 20th, 2026. Approval to process and distribute payments through April 3rd, 2026. Adopt the 2026-2027 Township Board meeting schedule. Adopt the 2026-27 Township Board meeting schedule. Reappoint the commission
Correct, commission committee.
commission chairpersons, 2026, 27, and that's it. We need a second.
5 did, not,
Chairperson's in,
not the,
just the committee.
Commissioners, not
members.
the chair.
just number 5 moved, not number 6.
Okay.
Go ahead, Kevin, I'm sorry.
And we need a second for that,
For,
Second.
passing it.
oh, yes, yes.
And what else? We have one more approval of the consent agenda. That's it.
Okay, so approval of consent agenda 25-112. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Okay, motion carried, it's approved. Okay, number 1, POAM contract for action items. Margaret, did you want me to do that?
I have it up.
Oh, do you have it? Okay.
Excuse me. The Groseal Township Board hereby approves the attached collective bargaining agreement, 1-year extension between the Township of Groseal and the Police Officers Association of Michigan. Need a second.
Second.
So the current agreement expires at the end of March. The proposed extension by 12 months would permit time to review the overall financial position of the department. Both parties were receptive to the option. The 3% mentioned in the extension document would be the only modification to the agreement and is at a rate that has been suggested in the current police department draft budget.
Okay, is there any questions, any comments, concerns?
Yeah, I'd
on
like
this?
to make a comment if I
Sure,
can.
sure.
So I don't mind extending it for 12 months for the current contract, but I have a little bit of heartache with the 3%, only because we don't know where we're gonna fall in November with the millage renewal and the millage increase. So I would like to make a suggestion to amend it for the contract, the current contract, without the 3% increase. I believe that would be the prudent thing to do at this particular time. I believe we could revisit this after the vote in November.
Okay.
I second that.
For an amendment,
Margaret would have to accept it.
Margaret, you'd have to accept it.
Absolutely.
And I'm not going to.
Okay.
Okay, any other concerns or comments about this?
Hey, Joe.
Yes.
I actually, about that 3%, so my firm does a lot of labor work, and I asked the labor attorney, he just settled 3 agreements for 3% and said it's right in the ballpark for what you're doing. So that gave me a little bit added comfort, and I do think we have the funding for it, so.
Okay.
I wanted to add that.
All right, thank you.
That's also why I don't think, we've talked about this several times now, and while I understand the concern, we have budgeted for this. It's an extension, and I think based on what the labor attorney has recommended, I think we're following his recommendation.
All right,
I
thank
would
you.
like to say that I have asked for more information and numbers as far as what the costs are for this extension, as well as what the costs will be going into the following year. I agree that we are in a negotiation, and that we should not give something that we could negotiate.
Okay. Any other questions or concerns? Okay, with that, and I should say with none, Action item number 1, POAM contract, 1-year extension. All in favor, say aye.
Would you please do a voice vote?
Roll call.
Oh, you mean
Roll
roll
call.
call? Yeah. You want to do roll call? That's fine. All right, Margaret?
Aye.
Mark?
Nay.
Kevin?
No?
Joe, yes. Jameson?
Aye.
Yes. Mickey?
Absolutely, yes.
Yes. And Bill is not here tonight. He's been excused. So motion is carried. All right, thank you. Second one, Bill is not here. Approval of, I'm going to pull this up.
You want me to read it? I've got it on my
Oh, I've
computer.
got it.
You
I
got it?
told,
Yeah, Jameson, I'm sorry,
Ah,
Jameson
no,
said he'd
I'm
do
good
it.
too. Yep.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. So based on the recommendation of the Commerce Park Commission, the Grosse Ile Township Board of Trustees hereby approves the hangar door repair. The cost of the repair will be $31,278.70.
Second?
Second.
Okay, so the bifold door system installed on Hangar 2, which is the flight school, requires repair of the gearbox. And, these aren't like off-the-shelf type solutions, which is why there's more cost than there would normally be for simply replacing like the garage door in your house. They've used the overhead door company in Toledo, which is a reputable company and has a long history of doing business around the island and doing a fine job at it. And they're a sole source provider for the gearbox and motor services required for the Hangar 2 bifold door system.
Okay, I just like to make a comment. I met with Janelle, last week sometime. I forget which day, I'm sorry. They just seem to run in together. And the gentleman, though, that does the work on this has done it for numerous years. They've had success with him. There was an issue of how many people around actually do this kind of work. And she said when they got the vendor years ago, he was the only one at the time. And what they did is they deviated one time from this vendor, and they had all kinds of issues in the past. So they went back to the vendor. Apparently, he does excellent work. He's done excellent work for us, and I think that this was the way to go. I've had issues, and Todd can even probably talk about this too. We've gone out with different people that, we thought we'd save a little money, and we ended up paying more money in the end because we had to have it fixed and fixed correctly. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on this issue. Anybody else have any questions or concerns on action item number 2?
Since this is a single source, I do wonder, is there anybody nationally that does this? And has there been have you, Janelle, attempted to get anybody else to possibly even look at it?
This has been an ongoing conversation between airports across the board in finding people to fix not only hangar doors, but hangars that are this old in age, right? So you're looking at a 100-year-old building with a fairly, yeah, I guess I can stand up.
Sorry, just,
Like, I guess I can stand up.
no, I'm sorry. I just like others to hear. I don't know if they could hear you.
So to answer the question is that this seems to be a topic of conversation, not only with this airport, but other airports across the state of Michigan. That to find a vendor that is technically capable to work on a building of its age, in addition to the refabricated door that's on there and all the parts has been a known issue. So it's a topic of conversation. So no, none that I know of.
And is this part of your capital improvement plan
Is this part of the capital improvement plan?
for the Airport Commerce Park Commission?
Well, this was a,
It's an emergency.
it's not necessarily an emergency. I mean, it will be an emergency if we don't fix it, right? So will it be a capital improvement?
No. Is it part of your capital improvement plan?
The answer to the question is yes. And the reason that we chose to do it at the end of this year was because we found money in the budget in order to make it an improvement in this year's budget. So we had an additional revenue on the airport side that was able to cover this cost.
And have you considered, since the door is a vintage style, you said it's been rebuilt, does it make sense that we should investigate the cost of replacing it?
No. We've looked into cost of replacing other hangar doors around here, and the expense of that just doesn't make financial sense. So, and the building is old. The door is, I don't know, 30, 35 years old, 40 years old. So the door should last. The door is fine itself. The structure of the door is fine. It's the motor box is what is the old part of it, the door.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
All right, thanks. Janelle? Yes, certainly.
Hey, I just wanted to thank you because it seems like you're constantly coming in front of us and looking at different contracts and vendors and equipment. And so I just wanted to give you a shout out for all your hard work on that and just let you know we appreciate you.
Awesome, thank you.
I agree. Thanks, Janelle.
Okay. With that said, any other questions or comments? With none. Okay, approval of hangar door repair. Action item number 2, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried, thank you. Okay, approval of, 25, 26 amended budgets. Kevin, do you have that one?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Is that,
Does anybody have that pulled up on their?
I have it pulled up if you want.
Yeah, go ahead, just, go ahead, Margaret.
So the recommendation is a motion to amend the 2025, 2026 budgets as follows, and I don't think you want me to read every one of these line items.
No, you don't have to.
So if I could get a second.
Second?
Yeah. So on the history on this, adjustments are needed to balance the 2025, 2026 fiscal year budgets for the general fund, various special revenue funds, and the enterprise funds in order to provide appropriations for new and unanticipated items since the original budget was adopted 1 year ago and to adjust appropriations for actual activity during this year. The details of the line items change by fund and they were attached for us to review.
Okay. So any questions on the amended budgets? With none. Action item number 3, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried, thank you.
Joe, you're the chief budget officer, so
I'm the chief budget officer,
that's what I understand.
so what are you trying to tell me?
I'm saying you might want to read the next one.
You think so? Yeah. Oh, because you're not ready? I thought the treasurer would handle the
No,
budgets.
the chief budget officer.
Is that, you just come up with that today?
No, that's in the book.
I'm the chief budget officer, okay, sorry.
I'll read it if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead, Mark, why don't you read it then? That's
I was gonna
nice.
just flow right into it, so
You want
thank
it to flow right-
No,
go
no,
right
no,
on.
you go.
Yeah, let's go, yeah, just, go ahead, Mark, you can read it.
Where we at?
Number
Original
4.
budget.
Number
Make sure I have the right one pulled up here. My computer doesn't always work as intended. It's working on it.
You want to use mine?
Maybe I should.
Here, I got it. Motion to approve the township budget for 26-22 fiscal year, effective April 1st, 26 to March 31st, 27th, as presented.
Second?
Thank you. The budget for the 26-22 27th, I apologize, fiscal year is required to be adopted prior to April 1st of 26. The township has converted the ClearGov, a cloud-based budget cycle management software. At the start of the budget process, the budget worksheets in ClearGov were completed by the finance director and all the department managers. Individual committee meetings with each department manager were held at the end of February. A study session with the board of trustees and the department managers was held on March 4th, 26th. A draft of the budget has been made available to the public since March 6th of 26, and a public hearing was held during the regular board meeting of March 9th, 26. The attached draft budget is the budget that was presented at the public hearing. A final budget book will be printed and will be made available to the public after the adoption by the Board of Trustees. Any questions or comments on this one?
No, Joe, but mine just loaded if you want me to go over anything else. Just saying.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
I was having trouble, the thing is, down here at the airport, I was having trouble pulling these up also.
Yeah, well,
So-
apparently my computer is as well.
No, it's the same, it's just where we're at. It's where we're sitting, so no problem, thank you, sir. All right, any questions or concerns with this? All right. That would be action item number 4, adoption of 26-27 original budget. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed, say nay. Okay, motion carried, thank you. All right,
No, it'll be at the end.
so I want to make sure I got this correct here. We're deleted 7. We deleted 6, and we are now on to 8.
Yes.
Didn't we just skip 5?
The
Sludge.
amended
Oh, we
budget,
forgot the
right?
sludge. You're right.
Sludge.
Oh, sludge.
Which one did I skip? I told you, keep
Number
an eye on it.
5.
Sludge,
We don't
sludge
wanna
and
forget
decanting
that.
disposal.
Oh, sludge and decanting disposal. Kevin, I think that is yours.
That is, I'm in charge of sludge.
Okay. You go ahead.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
The Township Board, Roseville Township Board hereby approves a submittal by Gullet Sanitation Services and an expense of $195,928.50 for biosolids management, decanting, and disposal for fiscal year 2026-2027. You want me to read the rest of it? Sure.
We get a second.
Spring purpose, yeah.
Second, please.
Second.
Thank you. Bids were solicited this spring for biosolids, decanting, and disposal. Bid requests were distributed in accordance with township policy. Unfortunately, the only bid that was received was a single bid from Gullet Sanitation. Gullet has been the service provider for the past 4 years. The bid is for services twice during 2026, one service in April and one in October. This is a budgeted expense.
Okay, any questions or concerns on this?
Apologize for the typos in the history, purpose, and explanation, but the treasurer did a nice job of explaining what this is for. Normally, this would go to DPS, but they didn't have a meeting in March. It would normally go to them first, and we want to start doing our first disposal in April. So that's why it's coming before you ahead of time. But there are no concerns about this vendor. We've used this vendor in the past. I think that there is a little bit of, I guess, territorialism when it comes to service providers for this type of work. So I think that keeps other vendors from maybe being interested. But when we did receive additional bids in the past, Gullet was always the lowest bidder by a wide margin. So, and we've been happy with them. They've done good work for us in the past.
All right, sir, thank you.
Yep.
Any questions or concerns? Number 5, sludge, decanting, and disposal. Okay, with none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Number 5, motion carried. Thank you. Okay, I'm sorry, Brian, 6 and 7 were deleted, and then we are on to 8.
Correct.
Okay, I'm asking the Township Board to approve a one-time bonus of $7,500 for Township Manager Derek Thiel. This bonus shall be paid on April 16th, 26, and shall be provided in addition to any cost of living adjustment granted to non-union employees.
Second.
Township Manager Thiel has taken on additional responsibility of serving as the director of the Grosse Seal Toll Bridge since April 2025. The amount of added work, time, effort required to ensure that every aspect of this bridge operates smoothly could easily be workload of a full-time position on its own. Despite this, he's continued to manage both roles while working to keep this critical connection to the island, running effectively for the community. And I guess I should have wrote in there, he has 3 director jobs now. I'm not only the township manager, who he directs all managers, he's director of the DPS, and now he's absolutely the director of the toll bridge. And that was my concern, that we threw something on him again. Last year, we talked about a raise that Mr. Thiel declined, which I acquiesced to. And that's okay. I mean, but this year there was a little different. We started on April 1st when we purchased the toll bridge, and I worked with him for almost 5 days a week for the first 4 months. And I watched what he did. Unfortunately, we had some major issues with our software company. And we had some issues that needed to be dealt with, and he was working till 7, 8 o'clock at night. Myself, Doug Carmack, and him would have conference calls every night during the week for many, many weeks and months to make sure we were helping the people of Groseal and getting things straight and having it run correctly. And I watched him, I was side by side with him for the first 4 months, and I watched what he did. And this is why I felt this was not only the correct and just thing to do, but I think it was necessary that we were getting a director of a $13.5 million business for $7,500 for the whole year. So that's where I'm at. Anybody, please,
I want to
whatever
thank,
you feel.
I want to thank you for doing this. I think this was, and I know, Derek, how much you hate this, so sorry. I felt the need to say something, but I completely agree with Supervisor Porcerelli on this. If we could do more, I personally would have. I do think this is the right thing to do. I don't think people really understand how much work Derek puts in, how much personal time. I mean, that's what I think a lot of people don't see with a lot of these types of positions. There is a lot of time that is taken away from having a personal life, if you will, and, you know, it's just a lot. And I appreciate, Joe, that you did this. I think this is long overdue, so thank you.
All right, thank you. Margaret, any other concerns, questions,
Yeah, can we just go down the line here, I guess?
or Oh, go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, so I also appreciate what you do, Derek, for the township, right, and for this bridge commission. However, I think I'd be remiss in just going along with this, especially what I just said on the tail end of the police contract extension. We have a bridge manager who should have absorbed some of this. As this was presented to the public in its origination, before we bought the bridge, this was supposed to be an outside agency running this. That has not come to fruition. We have now you as the director, and we have a manager of the bridge, which, as I understand, is supposed to be temporary, according to some of the bridge commissioners. I'm not saying you're not deserving of it. I agree with a lot of the sentiment that the supervisor and Ms. Shelton has said. However, based on what I said about the police contract already, I can't support it until we move into the next fiscal year. I understand, Joe, that you looked into some of this and the money's supposed to be there, which is fine. But I simply can't move forward on this, and it has nothing to do with you, Derek, or anybody else here. This is simply a business decision based on what I just said earlier regarding the police department as well. I do appreciate everything you do. Please don't take this the wrong way. But I'm trying to look at it from a fiscal standpoint, and I do apologize for my comments if they've offended you in any particular way. I'm all set.
That's fine, Mark. I mean, those are your opinions. You don't need to apologize when you're up here.
Well,
I get you. I mean, it is what it is. Anybody else? Kevin, you?
I was curious, when were you made the director of the Groseal Toll Bridge?
The day we bought it.
Did we vote on that?
No, we didn't vote on it. He ran with it, took the lead, and did an excellent job, and I worked next to him day by day, and he was the director. You can vote on it or not, he still was the director.
Okay, so it has not been voted on. The other thing is, I have watched Mr. Thiel, Manager Thiel. He has put in a lot of time and effort on all of these things, which I do agree with. The, a couple other things, the manager is, I think we should take the opportunity before doing this to have our annual review with the township manager, which is a policy and procedure of the board, and sit down and go over some of this, some of what's going on and the expectations of our township manager and what he can do. I think that there are issues that the three jobs, if you combine the hours, the person would have to put in 120 hours a week, I believe, to do all of the jobs that, you know, we're talking about here. The other issue that is coming up is that once the work on the bridge starts, the toll bridge, there really needs to be a township person there managing and watching out for our best interests. I know there are engineers and we have a person there, but I think that it may take a full-time person to do that. So, and I think that having a meeting with, as our policies and procedures suggest, or actually say that we will do, that we shall do it, we'll have a, we can review what is the, there are consequences of having one person doing three jobs that used to be done by three different people. And I think if something ever happened to Derek, we would be in a difficult spot to replace him, and we probably should have a discussion about that. So I would certainly think that Derek is, has earned the $7,500, but I will have to vote no on this until the board has had an opportunity to meet with the township manager for his annual review. Per our policies and procedures, all managers are supposed to have annual reviews, and I don't want to get into a litigation situation where somebody in one department has a review and somebody else doesn't. So unfortunately, that's where I stand.
All right, thank you. Anybody else have a comment?
I would just say, Derek, you're doing a great job. I appreciate you. I believe we need more staff here working at Township Hall. I know there's multiple people doing multiple jobs, and as someone who routinely does multiple jobs at work, I know it's really difficult to do them all well. However, that money would come out of general fund spending, so as long as we keep tapping general fund to cover other expenditures, we're not going to have a surplus to be able to hire more people to do the kind of work we need here at Township Hall. That being said, I firmly believe Derek has earned $7,500 this year. I'm happy to vote yes for it. So thank you, Derek, for your hard work and discipline.
All right, Jameson, thank you. Mickey, I think you said you
I do.
had a comment?
Yep. Okay, so Derek, so I started out being on the board of the Grosville Nature and Land Conservancy, and your dad was one of my absolute favorites. Intelligent, bright, just the way he had an outlook on life. I hate to tell him he is now second as my favorite, right? You are extremely professional. You are able to remain calm when there's just craziness going on, right? You have business savvy, and I'm going to stick with my statement that I've told you time and time again, that looking around, and I hope I don't offend anyone, but looking around, I think you're probably the most intelligent person in the room. And so I thank you for all your hard work, for all that you do, and for taking my phone calls even when I make you crazy. So, thank you.
All right, thank you. And I just want to tell the board this. The reason I went for the bonus is we have no legacy costs for overtime, for pension. It doesn't go on our FACs for retirement. And I'm sorry, Derek, but I mean, obviously that helps the township. But Derek still gets something for the work that he's done. And what it saves us is all the other costs that we're trying to keep down. And so when you give somebody a bonus, it just is a straight bonus with nothing else with it. And it takes away any of the legacy costs. So I try to have a win-win for both, and that's where I'm at with that. I just wanted the board to understand why I did that, and
I do have a question when you're done speaking.
go ahead, I'm good.
Isn't the bonus coming out of the bridge account?
He's not.
Go ahead, I spoke with Teresa.
So
Teresa, do you
it's
wanna?
currently not in the budget, but the toll bridge fund did have excess revenue over expenditures of over $300,000, which we, to have a true balanced budget like we do for the other funds, we put it in reserve for capital improvements. So this would be reflected in the future amended budget, but there are funds available at this.
So I'm not clear, the money does come out of the bridge fund?
Yes.
Correct.
Because
Okay.
it's
Yes,
for
correct.
his
Thank you.
work
Alright.
as the toll bridge manager.
All right, thank you. And the second reason is because, yes, we should slow down next year, and this is why it was a bonus and not a raise, to give him something. It was something he took on extra work, and I believe he should be rewarded for that, so. Okay, with that, I think we all gave our opinions already. Okay, I believe this was number 8, hold on. Yes, Township Manager Bonus, number 8. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say nay.
Nay.
Did I get 4-2? Did I hear it? I just want to make sure I heard it correctly.
Yes, you did.
Okay. All right, thank you. Township Manager Bonus is through. Number 9. Now, let me read. Kind of sorry because we're going back and forth here. I've got one on my phone.
Yeah, it's the emergency repair first, then that one.
So the,
Oh, the resolution.
yeah, wait a
first.
minute. I got number 9 next,
My
Brian.
apologies.
I have 9 next, which is the resolution. So if I could read this, I move the Groseal Township Board hereby approve the proposed resolutions to the Michigan Legislature as written and submitted. Now, you got a copy sent to you of both. One was the federal level, and one was the state of Michigan funding. And Derek, I'm sorry, I need to get a second. Hold on.
Second?
Margaret or Jameson?
Yeah, either one.
Okay.
It was a tie.
I'm not picky.
Okay, Derek, maybe if you could just, a quick explanation. I'm not gonna read both resolutions, they're too long. We did get copies to read, so.
Yep, annually, there's opportunities for the township to apply for what amounts to earmarks at both the federal and the state level. So our representatives at the federal and the state level generally reach out to us and ask us if we have any projects that we'd like to submit for these earmarks, congressionally marked spending. About 4 years ago, the township received a little over $3 million for work at the wastewater treatment plant. So we have been successful in these requests. The requests have been submitted. What is encouraged are resolutions of support from the township board. Obviously, if you don't support them, then they generally don't receive support at the federal or state level. So the 2 projects that we had submitted for at the federal level, it's about $10 million in water main work that would basically take care of the first 8 to 10 years worth of our water asset management plan, our capital improvement schedule. And that would be used to replace about 15,000 lineal feet of water main. The second, at the state level, would be $5 million towards the toll bridge capital improvement project, which would offset a portion of the $40 million in expense that we have upcoming. The reason we did it this way is because the state dollars have less strings attached to them, and we're already too far down the road with regards to the toll bridge project to kind of reverse course to make it comply with federal regulations. So that's why we reviewed the state appropriation for the toll bridge and the water main work for the federal appropriation. We did already receive letters of support for the water main project from both of our representatives. So Riley Linting put in a letter of support for the water main project, and Senator Camilleri put in a letter of support for the federal earmark as well. So we do have those letters of support at the federal level, or for the federal funding, and then Representative Linting will actually be hand walking the request for the $5 million through the various committees to try to advocate for those funds for Groseal Township. If there are any questions, I'd be happy to answer those.
All right, thank you, sir. Okay, with that, any questions on the two resolutions?
No questions, Joe, but you're doing what you said you were gonna do with the bridge and saying that, hey, you know, we need to get the millage for the bridge passed, but after that, we're gonna pursue state and federal funding.
Definitely.
So it's nice to see that on here.
Thank you for stating that. Yeah, no, we are definitely pushing for that hard. Actually, well, I probably could tell about the meeting in my report. I won't get into that now. Let's just get done with this action item. Okay, so action item number 9, it would be support for both, I'm going to just say for both resolutions. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Okay, both pass. The next one I show, now we changed, number 10 would be approval of emergency. And since Bill's not here, I pulled that up, I'll do it. And I want to just first say, Janelle, I apologize, I confused this one with the first one, because I know this is an emergency one, and I said I thought the first one was the emergency. I apologize, that's my fault. So, not a big deal, but I just, I misspoke. All right, based upon the recommendation of the Groseal Airport Commerce Park Commission, the Groseal Township Board of Trustees hereby approves emergency repair for the Groseal Athletic Club, whose address is 9251 Grow Road, in the amount of $11,000. Need a second.
Second.
During the ongoing construction and repair at the Groseal Athletic Facility, a previously concealed section of the interior southern wall was uncovered and found to be structurally compromised. The condition presents an immediate safety hazard as the facility is currently in use for tennis and pickleball. Failure to address this promptly could result in serious injury, including risk of individuals falling through the wall. Due to the urgent nature of the safety concern, the repair qualifies for emergency repair requiring immediate action. And also, the tenant has agreed to share the cost of the repair. So the total project was $22,000, but the airport's financial responsibility being $11,000, and the gentleman that is leasing the facility $11,000. Okay. Janelle, just in case, would you like to please step up? Okay. Are there any questions or concerns on this one for Janelle?
Just the comment. So the tenant actually agreed to pay half?
Correct.
What's his name again? Is it Mr.
Mr. Stod.
Sod?
Yep,
So I mean, that's
correct.
incredible that he's picking up half the cost.
Correct, yep.
Okay, I just wanted to.
Yeah, that was, again, I met with Janelle on this too in her office. And I'm not gonna say I'm surprised, but I haven't heard a lot of people that lease facilities when there's a repair that needs to be done, that they acquiesce to 50% of it. So that was very nice of Mr. Sod, and I thank you. And that's where we're at. All right, any comments or
Thank you.
concerns on this for
I
Janelle?
do have a question.
Go ahead.
So when did you know that this was an emergency?
When did I meet with you? Last
Met
week?
with me last
When did I call you guys?
Wednesday or Tuesday you met with me?
Tuesday or something?
I think so.
And do you have a capital improvement plan for that building that's available for us to review?
Well, there's an ongoing capital improvement plan as we speak that's being done by the tenant. So if you look at all the repairs that he's been doing, would be consistent of a capital improvement plan for that building.
Is it been approved by the building department?
Yes.
And,
Well, I mean, all of the site plans and everything, building permits and all of that has been approved by the building department. Any work that's been done there, yes.
And did the building inspector get a chance to look at this wall? And what
I
was his
believe
comment?
he was over there yesterday or today, something.
The reason I'm asking is I went in and looked at that building and was inside when they were putting the insulation up. That the wall, the gentleman that was working there, who was a supervisor, said that that wall was an issue back in January, and that Mr. Sod was very concerned about it. And I'm curious why we were making it an emergency today. The other interesting thing too is there were students in there playing tennis while that, and we knew back in January that this was an issue.
I
So,
believe that was a different section of the wall that was discussed, because there was another section of the wall that Mr. Saad did address early on.
which section is this?
Also on the south wall, but it would be the southeastern part of the wall.
And again, where is the plan that we can look at and see what the issues are? For instance, with the bridge, there's a whole list of repairs that need to be made and that sort of thing.
Well, I
And-
believe that there was a list of improvements that I had provided that was requested and that we had approved during the lease agreement, and
There
that was
a-
on a
there were-
resolution
There were a lot
that
of
was-
issues that
that
were
was
not-
sent over.
I'm sorry?
I said, I do believe that we did have a list of items that needed to be repaired on that building. And
I-
that was addressed in the lease agreement on a resolution that was approved back in December from the Airport Commerce Park Commission.
Okay.
And that would be part of the capital improvement plan.
I don't think I saw the list that I saw being done in
Well,
there.
I believe I sent that to you, and I can
I-
resend that
No,
resolution
you sent me the lease
The-
agreement. Thank you for
in
that.
addition to the resolution, which
Yes,
spelled out some of the,
some of.
spelled out.
No, some of them, not all of them. I'm looking for a complete inventory. I'm looking for something that says what kind of condition the building is in. That all should have been provided to us before the work ever started. It should have gone to the,
Hold on, Kevin,
and-
where's this
hey,
going?
hey,
Hold on,
Russ.
everybody stop. Everybody
your
stop.
gavel?
I have to use this rubber hammer for the first time. Okay, we're voting on this wall to be fixed tonight. When we vote on things, I get it, and I know you have a lot of questions, but you tend to go in an area that isn't applicable to what we're talking about right now, about emergency fix on a wall that they found.
what I'm saying
If
is.
you're concerned that they're trying to hide something from you, then we need to all talk about it. But it sounds like can you segue into what she's talking about tonight
I
about
am
this wall?
segueing. What I'm saying is, we need to have the whole program on paper, that this should have been taken to the building commission prior to you ever starting. And I'm disappointed that the Airport Commerce Park Commission has not brought this more detail to us. And the other thing is, unfortunately, your meetings have not been recorded, and I have not been able to keep up with them because we've not had them recorded this month, or in the month of January.
And there's reasons for that too. They've been
Right.
asked to move. Now, you had an open-ended statement there that the people are thinking they're trying to hide something, or they didn't want to record them because they didn't want to. I asked them to go in that side room, which they can't record, because we had a different type of meeting in this room, unfortunately, at the same time.
Well,
So did
So
I.
this is an
so-
opportunity for us to
Okay.
make sure that we have another room for people that have competing
That's another
needs.
whole thing again.
There
We're
is.
voting on this now.
I don't think this is an emergency.
Okay,
That's all.
that-
Thank
oh,
you.
That would have been easy for you just to say, except you went around the corner,
I
you
think I
you
did
slammed a
say
few
it.
people, but that's okay. That's your MO.
Not, though.
That's your MO,
Does
Kevin.
it to her every time.
And let's just,
Not right.
we'll continue. Thank you. Thank you for your
I
comment.
appreciate that.
No, we'll continue. We definitely will. We're definitely not done. Okay. Any other questions for Janelle on this wall, period?
Janelle, I don't have any questions for you. I just don't want to end on that kind of note, because I truly appreciate you, and I like working with other women.
Thank you.
Janelle, I'm sorry, I just have one quick question.
Sure.
And it's been a while back, this is before this board was currently elected. And I do recall some issues with that particular building. Was this talked about, or this has never come up before? This was something when they peeled back the walls, they actually found, so this is like something we found right now, we gotta fix right now.
Correct. Yes.
This was separate. I know when I met with Janelle and Mark, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but there was an issue in that wall, the other corner, that was addressed in the beginning in the lease. This wall was found recently when they pulled back some of the, I don't want to say drywall, but whatever that frame was on the outside of the wall, and found we had some major issues that needed to be repaired. That was found recently.
Correct.
Am I correct?
Correct.
Did you pull stuff on the outside or the inside off the wall?
It doesn't matter.
Don't
It
even-
doesn't even
Curious,
matter.
Because
It doesn't
there's
matter to me.
asbestos all over the
Okay,
building too.
there's, Anything else?
Yep.
No,
To
I'm not
answer
even.
the
One more
question,
thing.
it was on the inside.
This is,
Janelle, don't answer.
this is out of,
You're
this is
fine.
out of line right
You're
now.
fine.
Janelle, I just want to say from
This is crazy.
with respect to this wall and the fix going in and all of the money that the tenant is putting in, and let's be very clear, we are so incredibly lucky to have this because there were so many residents who wanted to have an athletic center, and we saw a tremendous amount of support of residents coming to meetings to advocate for this, which was very important to them.
10.
And the fact that we have somebody that's being so incredibly generous and supportive, it's kind of disappointing that we're trying to beat this situation up. So I just want to say, and I'm going to do exactly what Joe said, this isn't about the wall, but I do want to compliment you for how you handle things, how you respond, and the fact that you do provide information. And if we need more information, then perhaps somebody should suggest a discussion topic and put it on the agenda that's a little more specific than just your emergency item. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, I think we've all had a, Jameson, you're the only one.
I'm sorry, I'm not quite done yet, but
Oh,
it's not.
you
yeah,
go ahead.
I just, so we're not aware of any other issues that might come up at this point. Has everything else kind of been thoroughly gone through, and are we pretty certain at this point we can move forward after this repair? I mean, I'm just asking, because I don't know, I've
Construction,
not
though,
been
you
in
never
there.
really know until you find.
Well, no, that's why I'm asking if there's anything else been, I mean,
So not that we know of, no.
okay, so, I mean, stuff that need to be peeled back has already been done, and we kind of like, this is gonna be the last obstacle that you're aware of at this point. I mean, a major obstacle.
At this
I don't
point.
think she can answer that, Mike.
Yeah, I mean,
Seriously,
No, I know.
I mean,
at this point,
Yeah,
as
I
far
don't
as-
think that's
no, as far as-
answerable.
You're wanting to, yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't have a crystal ball, and they may find
No,
something
no,
next
no,
week.
and I, please, I'm not asking, I really am not, I'm not. I just want to know if we need any more tear down or peel out, I mean, because I have not been in there in quite a while, so I don't know where it's at, and that's why I'm asking. I'm not trying to be adversarial by any means. I would done peeling back the walls and finding certain things, that's all I'm asking, to your knowledge.
To my knowledge.
Okay, that's.
And I wasn't trying to be adversarial to
Yeah,
you.
well,
I'm just
that's
saying that,
Janelle, how
that,
much
there-
did
hold on a
he
second, Mickey,
put in?
Mickey, hold on. Hold on. I'm just trying to say that, with construction, we see things, just like with the toll bridge, there might be more things once we
Yes.
take pieces out.
I
That's all.
understand.
So you might expect even more to occur. That's
Well, I
all.
wasn't sure, I said
Yeah.
we're in the process, and that's why I was asking, I wasn't, again, I'm
Okay.
not trying to be adversarial by any means.
All right, Mickey, go ahead, your turn.
How much did Mr. Saad agree to pay for the building, for all the repairs, and
I don't know that number off the
wasn't
top.
it several hundred
I can't answer that question right
Okay.
off the top of my head.
But I just know that 22,000 is just a portion of what he's putting into that building.
That's correct.
Or his 11, yeah. His
It's
11.
it's $11,000, yes.
That's correct, Mickey. It's a small portion.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so approval of emergency repair 9251 Grove.
I got something real quick.
Well, it's yours.
Okay. So, back in 2020, I opposed rec taking over this building. We knew back then the building was in difficult shape and that the rec department had insufficient funds to repair it and bring it up to a state that people could occupy it. However, this board has authorized the lease for a new tenant to go in there. We have an obligation to that tenant, right? If we didn't want this structure on the books and we didn't want to have airports spending money on it, which by the way is an enterprise fund and not a general fund expenditure, we shouldn't have accepted the lease, but we did, and we're in it now, right? And the airport is spending money that is part of the airport budget on airport structures. So I don't, I don't know what we could do except continue to support that trajectory since we've put ourselves on it.
Okay, that's a good point, Jameson.
Very good point. Very good point. Okay. With that, we have action item number 10, emergency repair. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Okay, motion carried. Number 11.
Hold on. Did all 7 people vote? Because you have to vote. You can't
Right.
not vote.
6 voted.
You don't-
Okay,
I heard him
alright.
say yes.
Okay,
or
all
aye.
right, all right.
It was an aye, not a yes, but, okay. Now we, again, with my Ouija board here, we're going to number 11, which is actually 5 of the consent agenda. So, let me get up to the consent agenda. Reappointment of commissions, committees, and this is slow. Brian, things just aren't moving here on the computers. Did we have an issue earlier? Okay,
Brian, this is all your fault,
Yeah.
man. If you could just make the internet faster, I'd really appreciate it.
I'm just not getting, for some reason, I get no service. Okay. This is to reappoint the following Township Commission and Committee members for fiscal year 26-27, as named below and confirmed of each committee, commission, Township Board, liaison, or member. So there's a group of them. You can go through them yourself if you like. Any questions on the reappointment of the commission, committee members?
I'd like to make a comment.
Sure.
I thank all the islanders who volunteer for committees,
Okay.
commissions. They have been vital to how government works. I am voting no to reappointing members, commission members, and committee members who have not met the 75% attendance requisite for the past fiscal year, and in some cases, even the past 2 or 3 years. As a member, or as a number of those that have not met the 75% threshold have also missed meetings on the other boards or commissions they are members of. They have also been members for long enough to know that our ordinance policy, or actually our ordinance on attendance, I'm very happy to support those that have had an attendance record of 75% or better, which are a number of folks also on this.
All right, thank you.
So I talked with Mark about this one earlier, and unless this board is prepared to discuss specific people we don't want to reappoint, if we don't take up this action item this month, right, it doesn't have to be this meeting, but next meeting, then we will not have functioning commissions on April 1st. Is my understanding of that correct, Derek and Brian?
It probably depends upon how many members on each commission are being reappointed or not. These members just would not be able to be on those
Because they would
commissions.
no longer legally be members of those commissions until reappointed because their term has expired, correct?
Correct.
Right.
Correct. Looking at the list, I think all the commissions would still be fine. Commerce Park would be left with exactly 4 people, so all 4 would have to show up to have a meeting.
And, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I guess what I'm saying is I don't particularly want to sit here and go through a list of commissioners' names that maybe I would like to see. I'm not saying there's anybody, right? But I don't want to sit here and this board in the, daylight of the public sit here and say, well, I just really don't like Joe Porcerelli, and I just really don't want him to be on his commission anymore. I don't know how we could do this evening without it being what we discussed previously, which would be liaisons pointing out commission members that maybe have low attendance but could have higher attendance or something of that effect. I'm not sure.
Well, I have a question for the attorney. If our ordinance says they have to attend 75% of the meetings and they don't, aren't they already off the commission?
I would say no, we have to vote them off.
Well,
I'm not the attorney, but
Well,
I would say no.
check with the attorney on that, because if they don't attend 75%,
Well, that's a policy.
That's a policy.
no, that's an ordinance.
It's an ordinance that was
Is
created,
it an ordinance?
but each
It is under the ordinance.
commission.
Yeah.
Yeah, each commission.
It's under the general commission committee ordinance that rule, that 75%.
So they may already not be members
No, that doesn't mean they're not members.
if they don't,
No.
if they're not there for 70, well, check with the attorney, please.
No, I'm telling you that we have to vote everybody either on or off. Because you violate an ordinance doesn't mean you're off something. That's not what that means. We have to go along with it. We can, and it's true, we can ignore some things. The reasonable, prudent person that I believe,
We do a lot of ignoring here.
okay,
Yeah,
I'd like to
that's for
ignore
sure.
more, but I can't for some reason.
I'm sorry.
So I am too. So the point is that because you violate an ordinance, doesn't mean you automatically are charged, kicked off, or anything like that. You must go through the process. And the process of these 7 people that they vote us in, remember the taxpayer that you talk about?
I
The
certainly do.
taxpayer.
Every meeting I come to, I think of the taxpayer every day.
Good, good. That's a good thing. And what I'm telling you is, I don't need to contact the attorney because this board has to vote for it.
Well, I think there's something to be said that if they are not
So I have it here.
75%,
67-1-4. Let me see. I'm sorry, it's 7. 67-1-7. Public policy dictates that the township board give serious consideration to the removal of any commission member who substantially fails, neglects, or refuses to perform his duties or discharge his duties as a commission member without sufficient excuse for such action on the part of the commission member. So the fact that we have to consider that and take action implies that it's not automatic.
That's correct.
Serious
well, I would
considerations
still
to
like
spend.
to check with the attorney.
Okay, that's fine.
No,
We'll
you've
just,
run up the
just
legal
spend
cost.
$350
Legal
on that.
cost Enough with all this recent
You're an
stuff.
ERISA attorney, aren't you?
Okay, stop.
And what are you, Kevin?
Stop.
What are you?
You,
I'm a hardworking
I gave you,
taxpayer.
I gave the opinion from the
Have
supervisor.
alienated the commission,
and that's what we're gonna go by.
township board, the citizens. Enough.
Okay,
Mr. Supervisor,
if
can
you're
I,
that
can I ask
angry.
our clerk a question?
you may,
Thank you.
sure.
So what's being brought forth tonight is the reappointment of people who are expiring after their term. Is that correct? Not everybody, just those who are being up for reappointment for their term. Is that correct, Brian?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And so there are some members who are being brought up for reappointment who are also under the threshold for the attendance. Is that correct?
Yes, there are a couple, yes.
Okay, and for the clerk, I just want to confirm, if we go ahead and review this, as long as we get it done before the end of this month, is that what you said? I just want to clarify.
They're up at March 31st.
March
Yeah,
31.
they're up. I meant, their time is up.
Correct. So we either reapprove everybody or we don't, whatever the case may be. From a list I'm looking in front of me right now, and I'll keep the names out of the public view at this particular point in time, there are 2 people that I'm aware of. One is on 2 different commissions who are up for reappointment and fall below the threshold of attendance. Is that correct?
We'd have to know who you're talking about, I guess, but yeah, probably.
That's correct.
Probably.
I'd
I'm
agree.
asking Brian, because I talked to him earlier.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, I'd agree
So-
with that.
So with that said, is this something that the board is comfortable with talking about with these particular individuals beforehand and coming up at another, we don't have another board meeting, do we, before then?
No, but what we did, Mark, oh, I don't want to interrupt.
No, I'm just asking, so,
Yeah.
because this has to be, so I guess I could bring up the names now. I'm not sure if this is going to be the proper venue for it.
No.
And that's why I'm asking. I'm not trying to,
I would say this,
Our volunteer.
I know.
oh, no, I
let
don't want
me,
to either. That's
I know,
why,
Mark. I
that's
know
why
you
I'm
mean
bringing it
well.
up. That's why,
I know you mean well.
I'm trying to be respectful.
let me give
But I
the,
also want to follow our ordinances we have in place as well.
I get it, but let me explain a couple things. We must vote those people off. That is correct, and Jameson just read it. We can't just say they expire on their own or they're done. Now, with that said, I do believe we have some that have not hit the 75-25, or either way you want to say it.
Right.
They haven't been here enough. How about that? We went away from the study session where we're first going to have the liaisons, so I talked to my first commission that I had, and on the bridge, and then I'm going to go to the DDA, and I will speak to them. And I said, this will be a process that you have to see. I think the prudent thing to do would be advise these individuals, because there might be some, it's true, that they might have been on a commission for 10 years, but never known we had an ordinance because they were never talked to. So we advise them. First you're advised, and then we watch you, and then we see what your performance is. And if you want to come back in 6 months and show me, hey, Joe, can I have this on the agenda? I would like these people removed because they were talked to, and they didn't bring up their totals, then we're going to need to talk about it. But I think what the right thing to do is first advise them what you want, and it's like anything of a policy. And, you know, you're a career police officer, and you know that we live by policies, day and,
So you're talking about progressive discipline, more or less?
yeah, well, that's the reason for progressive discipline, yes.
Right. That's
So the
not-
point is, I think they need to be advised, and then we need to watch them, and then if they don't bring it up, then we have to make a decision on this board. And at that time, that somebody can come up and say, Joe, can I have this on the agenda? And it'll come on the agenda as an action item for us, and we'll all talk about it, then we'll all vote. And we'll go from there, so
Can I add something?
you can ask whatever you like.
No, I just want to add that I think several of us, when we ran for these positions, stated that we wanted to make sure we were empowering our commissions, making sure that they could make decisions and, give recommendations to the board, and the board should inherently try to listen and follow those. I just want to say, in my opinion, and we can all look at this differently, but on my commission, I know who is giving their time. If they can't always be at a meeting, that's one thing. It does not mean that they do not provide a ton of information and support outside of the meeting. And I think it's important to allow a liaison to determine, who is on their commission and who they need to have a conversation with, because who really isn't supporting, or if they're just there, we have commissions where people just want to say, ooh, I'm on this commission or I'm on that commission. If that's the case, I don't feel I have that, but if that's the case on anybody's, then that's, in my opinion, the liaison's responsibility to have a conversation.
And that's what we came up with, Margaret, that's what we came away with at the study session.
Right, and I thought that's where we were at also.
And
so.
I think that's where we're at, so. All right, I think we all gave our opinions on this one, so, I want to make sure I got the right number. Number 11, which was 5 from consent, turns into number 11, action item, reappointment commissions committee members. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. We got just Mark?
one, only because of a couple issues, but.
I also
passed
vote
through.
nay.
Okay.
And I think it's unfortunate because the two people on my public service, on the Public Service Commission, Linda Stanko and Ray Biddle, have exemplary attendance records.
Okay, so you're a nay.
I am a nay.
Okay, very good. Motion carried. All right, number 12, I think, I'll pull that up. I have that, if that's all right. I'm not sure.
We made so many changes.
Isn't it the,
I think this is the yo and yo, yeah.
Yeah, yo and yo engagement letter.
Yeah. Approval of, Township Board recommend approval of yo and yo audit engagement letter for the year ended March 31st, 2026. I need a second.
Second.
An annual independent audit is required by the state of Michigan. The annual fee is $50,675 for a financial audit, and it's required by Section 411 of the Township Policies and Procedures Manual. And the letter is there if you'd like to see it or read it if you haven't. Any questions, concerns on this one?
Is there a reason we're just going straight to yo and yo and we didn't do any kind of RFQs or RFPs?
I will, do you want me to
Sorry,
explain?
I didn't hear the entire question.
I'm sorry, is there a reason we're going straight to yo and yo without doing RFQs or RFPs, or did we already do that?
It is on my list and my plan to do. It did not get done this year because of other priorities. This is not the time to do that at our year end, because we will not have a successful RFP for an audit that's supposed to start in 2.5 months. The time to do this is in the fall, once our audit's done and our audit report's done and in preparation. So it is in my plan to do for the next year is to put out an RFP.
So just to be clear then, this isn't just an engagement letter, this is hiring them.
Yes, this is hiring them to do our audit.
For our audit only, yeah.
Yes.
Purchase service.
you
For our
engage
audit.
them for the audit.
Yes,
Okay.
that's
May
great.
I say something?
Sure.
Thank you. I did speak with Teresa about this today, and I said that I understood her point of view. I feel strongly about this since we have not gone out to bid for our auditors in decades. It's been years and years, and I just need to be on the record with that. I understand Teresa's point of view, but I wanted to be on the record, so thank you.
All right, thank you, Kevin. I also met with Teresa on this matter. She did explain to me, and I do understand. Now, we didn't do this as a board, then it's our fault as a group. In the beginning of last year, when we, March 31st is obviously our year end, so it would be like April. And it would not behoove us to go out now, since it's going to start soon, but I absolutely would be in favor if we put an RF, would it be a P or Q, either one, for next year. And I have no problem with that since we've been doing different things, but that's the board's issue that we did not do this in the beginning.
I would like to be on the record saying that I did ask to go out to do this last year, and it was suggested that we didn't have enough personnel to manage it. So we need to find enough personnel to manage this going forward, and the finance department. So
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure what that, I'm not being sarcastic, Kevin. I'm not sure what that means, of enough people.
I think that the
manage it, but that's
finance
okay.
director has an awful lot to do, and I believe it would be very difficult for her to, my understanding is it would be very difficult to change now. And last year it was very difficult because we had a whole slew of, finance director had a whole slew of things. So maybe it would be in the best interest of our township to provide help or assistance in that department if needed. So, thank you.
Okay, no, I can agree that I would definitely like to go out for bid then, for next year. So, okay, anything else with this one? I think I got 12 on this one.
I just had one more comment.
Sure.
So this fee is for the financial audit. The last 2 years, the township has also been required to have a single audit, which means an audit of our federal programs, because we exceeded the threshold. Starting with this year end, the threshold went up to $1 million of federal expenditures. My original estimate is that we are under that $1 million, so we would not require the single audit. I spoke, but not by much. And again, mine were estimate. There's some of the grants are a little unknown, exactly what the figures are at this point. I did consult with them to see how we wanted to approach that, and if it's determined that we need the single audit, there would be an addendum to this engagement letter for that.
All right, thank you. Okay, for action item number 12, correct? So Yo-Yo engagement letter, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay.
Nay.
Okay, one nay I think we got. Brian, you got that? Very good. Okay, Brian, unless you see differently, that's it for the action items.
Yes, we are done.
Thank you, sir. Okay, tonight we have no discussion items. Jameson, are you set?
I am ready.
Go.
I was told many years ago that when conducting a report to be brief, be bright, and be gone. So I will attempt to be brief, bright, and gone. So I met with Rotary, Recreation, Island Girls Bike, and BPAC about a bike tour or casual race targeting 25 July, which coincides with some events taking place at Centennial Farms. So I think we're going to be able to pull that off. We've been talking about it, and I think it'll be a fun event. Centennial Farms will be hosting a beer tent and some bands after that. So I'll be at the meeting this week about the 250th anniversary. Is it this week or next week? It might be next week. But either way, I'll be at the meeting to discuss the use of a calendar, which we can publish in order to help coordinate these separate activities taking place in various clubs and commissions and whatnot in support of the 250th. I hope people have noticed the sign for the new park on Macomb across the street from Lions Park. So Recreation has been working with Kiwanis who's been very generous to come up with a plan for the playground. I think it's going to be great. I don't think they've agreed on a model or design or anything yet, but I'm sure they'll get there. And I just want to once again thank Dr. Khalid for meeting and working with me and making it possible. And then BPAC is looking into several activities for this new fiscal year, including bridge repairs, a bike path assessment, and the potential for a trail from Church to Thoroughfare in order to be able to tie into the Meridian Bike Trail. That particular juncture is important just because kids have to cross Meridian Road to get to the new elementary school. And as you know, elementary school kids aren't necessarily the most proficient cyclists and walkers on the planet. So I think it's a really important junction in our trail system. If we can't get a trail there, it would be nice to at least get a traffic control device that allows the kids to cross. And that would involve work with Wayne County, which we will tag you in for. So, and that concludes my report.
All right, thank you, sir. Kevin?
Good evening. The Treasurer's Report for March 23rd, 2026, Finance Office Investments. For the month of February, Groseal Township had a total of $31,180,674.76 invested in various accounts. These accounts generated a total of $73,929.32 in investment interest, with an average interest rate of 2.68%. The February investment report can be viewed on the Treasurer's section at groseal.com. In the Treasurer's office, all 2025 unpaid real property taxes are now considered delinquent and must be paid directly to Wayne County with penalty fees. The Wayne County online payment link is www.waynecounty.com/PTA. Has the current 2025 delinquent tax information. Payments may be made to Wayne County online at waynecounty.com/PTA. By mail, in person, or at Wayne County kiosk located in the Sunoco, Brownstown, located at 21980 Sibley Road. 2026 pet licenses. Please don't forget to register your pet in 2026. Pet licenses are still available for $12. At the Treasurer's office, be sure to bring a current rabies vaccination certificate for your pet when purchasing your license, and thank you for paying your taxes.
Thank you. Margaret?
So the Police Commission at their last meeting unanimously approved to request the recommendation of the police millage to the ballot for approval by the Township Board. I have asked for this action item to be added to the April 13th board meeting for approval. We would then begin to schedule town hall reviews with our residents once we know that that is agreed to the ballot. I also want to reiterate that I will not tell anyone how to vote on this millage or any millage, nor have I. What I do want to clarify, so that it alleviates confusion for some, is that my support of the police department, including all of the officers, the dispatchers, administration, or my highlighting the amount of work that they do, my concerns around the number of officers on duty with their coordinated work with the fire department on the medical calls, and any other types of calls, especially those that we keep seeing an increase on that are concerning to me. I would be remiss at my position as liaison to the Police Commission. It's my responsibility to highlight these facts. It does not mean I will ever tell anyone how to vote. Voting is a personal decision. My job is to provide facts, and that is something I will continue to do. Another thing, and we kind of touched on it, but I had quite a few commission members call me about the discussion in our recent study session. Each one of them seemed to feel very similarly. They felt like their efforts seemed to be diminished. Their expertise and time that was given freely they didn't feel like it was being embraced, if you will. I understand their point of view, and I understand why they feel the way they do. I also appreciate the concern around attendance. I do. But at the same time, it's really important for me to just express to all the commission members who have a concern that your time and efforts and your expertise is truly appreciated. We have so many really good volunteers, and I think we forget they are volunteers. And they have a level of experience that in many cases we would never be able to afford. And that should never be diminished. I understand if we don't have a quorum, perhaps we need to work with people, and we've discussed it. That's the plan forward. But I firmly believe that the liaison to the commission understands its requirements. And I just want to again reiterate, thank you all for your volunteer time. It really truly is appreciated. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Margaret. Mark?
So I said on the ZPA commission, we are moving our meeting from the 4th Tuesday to the 5th Tuesday of this particular month. It will be on the 31st at 7 p.m. We do have 2 appeals lined up for that particular day as of this particular moment. With that said, I want to thank those who did reach out to me via email. I do apologize for not responding yet. I received some emails last week regarding the commission issue or the attendance issue for some of the board members. To kind of piggyback on what Ms. Shelton just said, I do appreciate everybody's time and commitment for those who are making that effort to show up and engage. We do have a lot of good folks out here who donate a lot of their time, and to be quite honest with you, we pretty much all donate our time up here too, if you really break it down. We all care about the island, and I'm not knocking anybody. My only concern was to give other people opportunity to apply for these commissions and to engage on some of these commissions, because some are not showing up and some are not engaging. And I'm not pointing anybody out at this point in time. I do appreciate everybody's involvement, and I appreciate those who want to engage, who want to apply for these commissions. However, from some of the readings I'm getting through emails, a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot, some people, I'll say some, are hesitant about applying due to longstanding members knowing they cannot compete against them, or believing that anyways, is what I should say. I'm encouraging anybody on this island, every citizen who wants to engage, who wants to apply for a commission, regardless of which one it is, whether it be communications, whether it be zoning board, whether it be any of them, police, fire, so forth and so on, please do so. Please turn your applications in for whatever commission you are willing to participate in, and show us that you want to move forward, bring different ideas to this island and help us move forward. Going back to our managers that are present today, Ms. McNee, Chief, Derek. Some of these decisions we have to make up here, they're not easy. They're not. I'm not proud of some of the decisions I feel like I have to make, but I know every board member up here is doing what they believe is best for each citizen on this island, and they're doing what they believe is best for the constituents that they are answering to who voted them in office. I believe everybody up here is trying to do that. I appreciate all the work you do. I do. Some of these decisions that I make up here are strictly business decisions. And if they offend you in any particular way, I do apologize for that, but I still have to stick to what I ran on and what I promised the voters who put me in office. That is all I have to say for now. I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Good, okay. Thank you, Mark. All right, Mickey, you are up.
Joe, where do I start?
How about just your two, just your two
My 2
reports?
cents?
No, just, how
My
about
2
just your
cents?
2 reports, then we'll go from there. All right?
Okay, well, let's start out one with me at Jameson. Hey, dude, I took the survey on Facebook for the e-bikes, and that was actually a good survey, and I asked good questions, and one of the comments, what's most important to you? And I do like the idea of Chief setting up some training, because why hold somebody accountable if they're not told what the rules are? So I love the idea of holding training sessions, especially with the kids. My husband and I have bikes, but I don't think we get too crazy. Okay, let's see another thing. The committees. God love them. I truly do appreciate that they volunteer, how hard they work, what they're able to accomplish. Please understand, we all don't think or feel the same way. Don't leave us, don't quit, we need you. As far as my ones that I'm a liaison to, I know how much you do behind the scenes, how you're always available to answer questions, to use your years of experience to help us in our need, and I truly appreciate that. I'm going to go brief on Greenways and Fire. Greenways next meeting, Greenways Open Space is April 7th. Fire, the next one is April 9th. We do have some things, and I think you all know how I feel about the environment. So for the Grosville Nature and Land Conservancy, on April 7th, they got a class on Orioles, 6 to 7:30 p.m. If you ever have questions about this, feel free to call me at the Township, and I'll get back with you. Or Paul Glore, I know, would be happy to talk to you. The next one is April 10th. It's the final day for the students to submit for the Dr. Bruce Jones scholarship applications, and that's a $1,000 scholarship. This is a big one. On April 18th, the Kiwanis All Island cleanup, so that'll be coming up. April 19th, invasive species, so that's April 19th. And the last one, the biggest one, is Earth Day on April 26th. So, like I said, you're more than welcome to call me, or I can hook you up with Paul Glore and some of the others on these. So thank you.
You weren't kidding, were you?
Don't mess with me tonight, boy.
All right. All right, very
You might
good.
have chief in the audience.
I just want to make sure, because and I apologize to Mark, I think I cut you off last meeting too quick. I made sure I didn't do it tonight. Are you done? I want to make sure.
Oh, too late, too little.
All right, are you done? Okay, Derek.
I am done. I am
You
done.
are
Thanks,
up.
Joe, for saying that.
Good evening, Mr. Supervisor, members of the board. Just a quick few items this evening. I know the Communications Department, Brian put out a notification, I believe, end of last week about yard waste. Noticed a lot of people over the weekend getting all their stuff together. The first date for yard waste is actually the first week in April. So I believe the date that was out there was April 6th, I think is a Monday. So that is the first date for yard waste. The guidelines for yard waste are on our website, so just go on there and follow those if you have to refresh your memory as far as what is permitted and the kind of the orientation of sticks and things of that sort bundled up and links and that type of thing. So that is on our website. I know the Bridge Commission did address the event that occurred a couple of weeks ago. So if residents want an explanation, I know it was explained at that meeting, but just real quick for those that did not see that. The bridge overswung. There are limiter switches that keep it from swinging too far. One of those malfunctioned and the bridge actually got stuck in the open position. So we had to physically move that bridge, that swing portion, back into place to where the gearing could catch that bridge and then swing it using the equipment. So that's what happened. I do want to just emphasize, when the bridge proposal was put forth to the residents, I think it was a priority of the board to put forth a proposal that addressed all the things that bridge needs. The bridge is old, it needs repairs, but the proposal was put together in a package that addressed those items. So the township is in the process with engineering, and we will be bidding eventually here, probably in the summertime, the work that is necessary that will ensure the reliability of that structure, so that we can minimize occurrences like what we had a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago. So that was why the proposal was put together in the way that it was, because we know it does need work to minimize those types of things. Two items that were removed from the board agenda this evening under DPS and also Township Administration, the landscape and maintenance. We did receive bids for that, 8 of them as a matter of fact, but I wanted to speak with the managers before a recommendation was brought forth to the board. So that conversation has yet to occur. That contract covers many departments, so understanding what they want out of a vendor is critical, so I need to have that conversation with them before it comes before you. And then we're still in the process of reviewing references for the sewer televising and cleaning. That wasn't complete yet, so it wasn't ready for you this evening for a vote. And then last but not least, Joe did make a comment, I think, or somebody did during the action item that pertained to my position. That is a bit uncomfortable, obviously, for me and any managers where compensation is discussed. I think the justification that was provided for that additional compensation, it would be unfair for me not to make comment to those individuals that have also helped out with the bridge that, I understand the focus for this evening was myself, but the efforts that have gone into taking on that new department were spread across multiple individuals. Margie, John Kime, Teresa, Karen Johnson, Todd and Doug, and all the members of the Public Safety Department. Maureen, obviously, Brian. When we took that on, Joe, when we took on that entity, a lot of people stepped up to be able to bring it into the fold and make sure it operated the way the residents expect it to. So thank you to all of them. I understand, once again, tonight was about my position, but the staff really stepped up. All the staff really stepped up to help in a time when it was needed, and I do really appreciate all of that assistance that they provided. So with that concludes my report for this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Derek. I got a few things I want to go over. First off, on the e-bikes. We had a meeting with BPAC. Jameson, was it the 19th? We had a public meeting.
I'll give you the exact date if you like.
That's all right.
Yeah,
I think it was the 19th. We had a meeting for the public to come, and
Yep.
we had a few there. It wasn't, real well attended, but we got the surveys came in, and we definitely are going to get an ordinance and update the ordinance. And I've had numerous phone calls, and I think Todd and the previous police chief Doug have told me that I'm not embellishing when I say hundreds of complaints together between the three of us. And so we are coming up with something. We're almost done. I want to thank members of the BPAC, and I've been working side by side with Nicole and kind of assisting her. And I just want to say thank you, Nicole, for all the work you did, and the rest of the people on BPAC that had a hand in it. And we're still moving forward. So hopefully we'll have that done fairly soon. Second thing is, if you went by Allen Road in Van Horn today, you know that Wayne County has shut northbound Allen at Van Horn. So my recommendation, I know it's I'd stay away from there and go any other direction that you can, because the trains are still moving, and when they even start the construction, it's a 3-year project, as I stated last meeting. Trains will be moving to that switching station over there off Freeland by, would you call it Ford Avenue? Who said that? Ford Avenue. Is that what it's called? Ford Avenue? Down west of Allen Road on Van Horn. So it is jammed up down there. If you can stay away from that area, go around Freeland, go around west. I just would do that to save some time and a headache. Once again, that is a 3-year project. The next thing is, I'm not sure if you do know or heard that our former supervisor, Brian Loftus, has passed away. Brian, once he retired from the Air Force, gave a lot of his time to Groseal Township. As you know, he was the supervisor. He's been on commissions. He's been on committees. I think he was on for the Historical Society too for a while. He's done a lot of work for Groseal, and he passed a few weeks ago, and they will have a celebration of life in Hangar 1. And that will be June 13th at 11:30 a.m. Right next door here, Township Hall, in the large hangar. And there's also a flyby that they're going to have of Air Force jets at 2 p.m. So that's kind of neat. But Brian, I want to say you did a lot for Groseal. To your family, Brian, our condolences to Mrs., to Ann. My condolences to you and your family for your loss. So I just wanted to let everybody know when that celebration of life will be. So that's it for me tonight on my report. And And is there anybody from the public? Brian, you didn't get another one, did you?
No.
Okay, sir. Ms. Janelle,
I'm making a public comment.
you can,
Janelle McNee, 8337 Colony Drive. So I'm a taxpayer here on Grosse Ile, and I'm also the airport manager. And due to Derek, and I know you don't like this either, but thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done. You have demonstrated professionalism. You are very humble, and to the point of you acknowledging everyone that helped with the bridge just goes to show how humble and what a great leader you really are. So on behalf of at least the airport and my department, thank you for doing everything that you do for us managers. That's it.
thank you, Janelle. Anybody else from the audience have any comment? Okay, with none, then I
I'd
will,
like to make a shout out to Bill Heil. And I just did.
all right. Yeah, Bill was excused tonight, and I hope he's feeling better soon.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, I need a motion to adjourn then?
So moved.
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? No, I'd like to stay till 10.